Good evening to all listeners. Today we are joined by Dr.Ss Bora, who is a scientist C at Spices Board, ICRA in Gangtok. Welcome, Dr. Bora, to Akashvani Gangtok. Precisely, if we can start with what is the mandate of Spices Board, ICRA at Gangtok, or as a whole in Sikkim?
Actually, Spices Board is one of the among the 5 commodity boards of Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. It is formed in 1987, 26 February, under Parliament Act of Spices Board Act 1986. Formerly, it was amalgamation of 2 board commodity. One is Cardamom Board, another one is Export Promotion Council, amalgamated in 1987 under Spices Board Act, and it as a promotional body of Indian spices in abroad, as well as it is having the mandate of both small and large cardamom, and it is mainly focusing on quality aspects spices in abroad, which is going to be exported. All the exporter has to be licensed through Spices Board, and their product to be certified by Spices Board when they are going to export other countries. As well as it is having the mandate of promoting the farmers so that they can produce good quality of spices. Out of total spices, 109 spices identified by ISO International Standard Organization, 75 spices being cultivated in India. And out of it, 52 spices is having mandate under Spices Board, which is post-harvest processing onwards up to promotion. But for cardamom, both small and large cardamom, we are having mandate of research, development, as well as promotion, all these 3.
So, if we stick to Sikkim in our state, so you are mandated for both small and large cardamom production and other activities. So, could you please give us a pan picture of how things are being happen here? What is the production? It is the research. How things are going on?
Actually, in Sikkim region, which is thought to be originate of large cardamom, and already Sikkim state got the GI, geographical indication of large cardamom, in 2015. And Spices Board, under Spices Board, we are having 3 divisions. One is development, which is promoting the cultivation aspects of cardamom. Another one is research, which is in the research of basic as well as applied research of both small as well as large cardamom. And another one is marketing. So in Sikkim region, actually, if you see in northeastern region, in the sub-Himalayan, this Himalayan region, it is the large cardamom is growing mainly. Small cardamom is mainly in Western Ghat. Here, large cardamom. So Sikkim, then our adjoining West Bengal, that Darjeeling and Kalimpong district, as well as in northeast, Arunachal, Nagaland, and to some extent in Manipur, large cardamom being cultivated, and mostly concentrated in Sikkim, highest acreage in Sikkim. And other countries, competing country of, in case of large cardamom, is adjoining Nepal and Bhutan. So, I am being working as a scientist, Indian Cardamom Research Institute, which is the research division of Spices Board. Our mandate is to do research on large cardamom. So, at present, in Sikkim, we are having one regional research station located at Radong, Gangtok, and we are having research farms also, and we are doing both the basic as well as applied research on large cardamom. And we are having 6 divisions here. One is crop improvement division, which is basically deal with the how we can develop some varieties, or developing new genotypes, introducing in some areas where it can be grown properly. Then conservation of large cardamom genotypes, and we are the only one organization which is having that large cardamom genotypes conservation here. And even All India Coordinated Research Project on Spices also affiliated us, that we are the only center for that conservation of large cardamom. And after that, we are having agronomy and soil science division, where we are doing research on how we can nutrition for large cardamom growth and all these things, soil status, all these things we are studying. Then another, we are having entomology, where we are doing research on that emerging pest and how to manage all this insect pest, which is causing damage to the large cardamom. Then we are having another one division called plant pathology, which is looking after the diseases caused in large cardamom. And another one is our post-harvest technology, where we are going for that processing, post-harvest processing part. As we know, large cardamom we cannot use in raw form. We have to use in dry, cured form only. So That one. And another one is transfer of technology. Whatever research we are doing, whatever technology is being developed by us as well as some other organization which is to some extent involved in large cardamom research. So those technology we are transferring to the farmers also.
And what is the business part of the large cardamom? If someone going for cultivation in 1 hectare in 1 year, what is the total production? How could he or she can be benefited? So can you explain to us the business model of this large cardamom?
Actually, if you see, large cardamom is a crop perennial in nature. It is not annual. Means it is, suppose we are planting this year, next year itself we may not get the crop. We have to get crop after 2 to 3 years only. And yield stabilization takes place usually 5 years onwards. Suppose one person in approximately we are recommending around 5 into 5 feet distance maintain. But in hilly terrain, sometimes it may not be feasible to all this maintain. But however, we are expecting that farmers is to maintain minimum distance of 5 is to 5 so that plant can get proper nutrition as well as no competition between them. And ultimately, if we maintain 5 into 5, around we can go for 4,400 plants nearly in a hectare in Sikkim condition. So out of it, suppose farmer is giving proper nutrition to the plant and take care of the plant protection measures and all these things, then definitely they can go for nearly 250 to half a kilo dry yield per plant. So based on it, you may say that it is a profitable venture, and large cardamom is a lifeline of Sikkim, you may say, because traditionally it being cultivated, and it is almost cultivated around 23,000 hectares area since earlier. Now there is dwindling because of area, because of environment and all these things. But as a whole, people are more interested to go for large cardamom compared to other crops because it is giving more price, remunerative crop, because it is giving more price. Nowadays, the present price is around 1,500 to around 1,700 rupees a kilo. Per kilo, dried cardamom. No other crop growing in Sikkim area is giving that much money. So it is a remunerative crop from them. So people are mostly nowadays, wherever previously paddy being cultivated also, as well as other crops, they are also cultivating large cardamom so that they can earn some handsome money from it.
And if we want to know from you the pan-India picture of activities of Spices Board, what are the, as you mentioned, it's a huge spices are being monitored by your department, by this Spices Board. What is the pan-India picture?
You see, as a whole, being the Spices Board, I already mentioned you that we are the export promotion organization under Ministry of Commerce. So mainly we are looking after the promotion of spices, of Indian spices abroad. Okay, nowadays there are lots of competition among the spices producing country, but still India holding the first share as a first position globally in case of spices export also and dominate. And already I mentioned that as India is the first position, and India, whatever spices produced in India, I told 75 different type of spices being produced. Out of it, 52 is having mandate of Spices Board under as per Spices Board Act. So we are dealing with all these 52 spices export to the outside the country. And if you see the position regarding chili, suppose Indian chili, India is maximum exporting chili to other country. And cardamom, suppose large cardamom, last year it is being exported almost with a value of 148 crores rupees, 2023-24. And as far as the crop concern, the all over spices from India to world, it is being exported value is almost $4.46 billion. And we are expecting that by 2030, we may reach, there's a vision to reach around $10 billion export from India. That is, you have to just take into account one thing. Whatever India is producing, out of it only 10 to 12% is being only exported. Other things is being consumed by us itself. And apart from our own consumption, we are importing also to some extent. To some extent, we are importing also. So, suppose nowadays Spices Board is promoting the high intrinsic quality spices from India to abroad, as well as we are promoting GI tagged spices. You know, you may be aware that spices in Sikkim, 2 spices, one is large cardamom and Dollekhurs are already being GI tagged. So Spices Board is promoting that GI tag product also to get the whoever is farmers, as well as whoever FPO involved in cultivation as well as processing of these spices. So we are promoting them to get the authorized license, user license certificate, so that they can get better price, better remuneration, whatever they are produced. As well as Spices Board is the Secretariat of Codex Committee for standardizing spices in the worldwide. And quality concern also Spices Board is looking after. Whole world quality is being also determined through spices, determined through Codex only. And for this year, we are happy to inform that for this large cardamom, also enlisted, and probably by next session or other that which is going to held in October, we are submitting the Codex standard for large cardamom also. Like that, we are doing all sectors regarding promotion of quality spices from India to abroad. And India is mainly known for quality spices in the world.
Coming to Sikkim, if we talk on large cardamom, as you mentioned, they are getting 1,500 to 1,700 rupees per kilo after all the processing. So, how do you see the new generation can come up and get engaged with the production or selling, marketing of the large cardamom? What is the job opportunity directly, indirectly, mostly indirectly in large cardamom sector?
If you see that regarding large cardamom sector in Sikkim, whatever large cardamom produce in Sikkim, it is of high quality. If you go any market in India, domestic market also, if you they are giving more importance to Sikkim cardamom because it is long back it is started and people know how to do cultivation and how to do processing also because processing plays important role also. So how to do processing and all these things. In Sikkim, that almost total, as per some government statistics, is almost 16,000 families are associated with large cardamom cultivation in Sikkim almost. So out of it, as per government statistics, around 23,000 hectares area under cultivation. Means under large cardamom. Out of it, some area is in the mostly highly productive stage and some are having little bit abundant stage also. But a huge chunk of area under cultivation in large cardamom in Sikkim. So in Sikkim, each and every household is having little bit also large cardamom. First. Second is, and as present price is concerned, suppose a farmer is producing around 100 kilo of large cardamom from his household. Then also he is earning around 1.5 lakhs rupees. First of all. Next is regarding trading and all these things. Large cardamom has to be, that marketing has to done through dealer because whoever is dealing with large cardamom marketing and all these things, they have to get license from Spices Board to go for large cardamom marketing. And after that, that processing, first their primary processing means drying already done by farmers itself. But after that, people, because Sikkim is a tourist place, they want to take, average tourists want to take some items from Sikkim that as a souvenir. So there is every possibility that the young generation who is having entrepreneur mind, they can go for some making packaging, attractive packaging and all these things and go for marketing those products in the in tourist points so that they can earn a good amount of money. And other one is the most important, large cardamom is having highly medicinal value and nowadays it is going mostly to Ayurvedic industry also, large cardamom, apart from masala, using as a masala. So they can deal in that way also. And being after that also if one wants, then he can go for exporter, getting exporter license also. And all these things Spices Board is helping. And recently, in last 2 years, Spices Board is helping some young entrepreneur to get exporter license so that they can directly export large cardamom from Sikkim. As you know, nowadays all that traceability and all these things, blockchains, all these things is coming in the marketing of spices also. Spices Board also involving in this work, so that whoever is consuming those products, they want to know where from it is being cultivated as well as where from it is being coming. So if a person sitting in Sikkim itself, he is doing this type of business, then it is easier to get proper authentic information instead of a person sitting in somewhere other states and doing the business, because that cardamom may come from other area also. But GI tag product, if it is going from Sikkim directly by some youth, then definitely it can boost their market prospect. I am just giving an example. If you go large cardamom, suppose when 2 years back, large cardamom price was around 700 rupees. At that time, Reliance company, they are packaging large cardamom 50 gram, almost 130 rupees to 135 rupees. So imagine 100 gram means it is
13,000.
No, not 13,000. 50 gram is
50,
that much.
yes, yes, yes.
So
it will be much higher.
100 gram is almost 270. So 2,700 rupees. Simply making some packaging, they are earning that much. So there is a heavy prospect for these
Yes, yes.
people, no, in that market.
Right. Those particularly youths who are listening to our program, they must be encouraged. Yeah, I think Dr. Boraji has rightly pointed out. And finally, what is your future planning either in Lars Cardamom or as a whole spices board in Sikkim to promote here?
No, already I mentioned that Spices Board, as per mandate, we are already doing the things. And as per our mandate, we are trying to promote the export directly from Sikkim. And already for promoting export, we have to go for processing. Because raw spices as a whole, we cannot bulk, it will be bulky and it cannot be sent immediately also. So accordingly, in the Spices Board, in the phase of developing one spices complex where processing facility also will be here, and that will be coming within maybe that last part of this year. It may come because it is on the process of construction and all these things is going on. And likewise, Sikkim state government also giving emphasis on processing of spices, because as per Niti Aayog as well as government, this one also, 4 commodity previously identified, that one in 2 years back, that is large cardamom, then ginger, turmeric and buckwheat. Now they added other two, 3 products also. But mostly they are giving emphasis on spices, these 3 spices. So Sikkim government also started that there are big processing units coming up in Rangpo, that Sikkim IFCO. And government of Sikkim also giving emphasis that whatever produce is going from this state, it should be at least primary processing should be completed and then go. Then only things will, that money will come to this state. No? And already Spices Board, whatever we are implementing scheme through development wing, we are promoting large cardamom cultivation, we are giving training on it, and we are giving quality improvement training, as well as we are with that our marketing division, we are trying to develop that exporter from Sikkim, and we are promoting GI spices. So that means we want to promote GI spices from Sikkim. So accordingly, we are helping our FPOs to take GI authorized user certificate, so that the trade will help in Sikkim and it will be flourish in Sikkim. No?
Again, thank you, Dr. Bora, for giving your precious time and valuable inputs. I hope listeners in all across Sikkim as well as other parts, they must be benefited, and youths particularly, they will be encouraging. They will be encouraged and they will be motivated to more involvement in this sector. Again, thanks to you.